guys, how's it going today? As you've seen, Aunt T's been doing a little research. I saw something on Pinterest and I'm like, this is interesting. How do you do that? Well, I found out. This is called an eco brick. Now I could probably, there's a little bit of squish in there because I didn't do the instructions properly and put whatever, but it's still, I mean, you could basically, I could still put more in there. I have this that I started. Sorry about that. I'm trying to sit out of the way of this. This that I started. Now it's still got some squish to it. What they're putting in that thing, and I dug this out of the trash. That's why it's dirty on the top. So, and I figure dish soap isn't going to mold. They warn you that your water bottles and your soda bottles need to be clean and dry, so that mold doesn't grow in them. Now, I have several examples of, excuse me, you're going to see this light behind me when I bend over because it's on the floor, of what they're saying to put in here. Now, I have these long rods. They came with a building set. I have this. It's supposed to brace something up against the wall, and it's metal. Here's a little teeny tiny piece of plastic that can go in there. Hold on. Woohoo! Woohoo! Aunt T's making lots of noise over here. Now, the reason I started all of this is I've told you this place is going to be a mess. I have nowhere to put any of this garbage, blah, blah, blah. Eco bricks. I don't know what I'll do with them, but they're darn good for insulation inside your walls. People are building houses, greenhouses. Now, the greenhouse examples I showed you are empty ones. And they cut the bottle and like they use the base bottle that has the bottom on it. And then they start stacking them on top of each other through rods, a lot like this, which Miss James might be sad when I start building with these. But, examples. This thing was wadded up. It's supposed to be a page protector. Was wadded up. And you take your bottle. They want you to put the more pliable, more squishier stuff in the bottom. And you just start putting it in there. Yeah. Old, not usable Ziploc. Now I have made, actually out of Walmart bags, a nice thick piece of plastic with an iron, and I think I used parchment paper. This is packaging, man. Packaging you can't do anything with. Put it in there. Now this one is going to be a little bit more because it's that kind of plastic. So, let's see if this will work. No? Okay, well, we'll do it this way then. I'll just make it small enough to fit in there. On its own, lonesome, whatever. Da 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 da. Work for me, please. Well, I dropped one. I dropped a piece. Oh, I see another piece that could go in here. Got it in there. See, look at that. It's starting already. Let me pick up. Okay. Now this is a mailer. It's just, FanDuel Casino or something. But it's plastic coated, and you can't recycle them. You can't do anything with them. So you could put them in these. You could put them in your Eco. Make sure I'm not showing the address. It's somebody else's mail that had lived here a long time ago, but they still get their mail here sometimes. And just start putting them in there. And they say to fold the things up like I'm doing, fold them, and then first. And they say it also takes a lot of time and a lot of junk. And he's got a lot of time and a lot of junk. And recently I've come into the water bottle thing. I heard yes, no on water bottles for Ecobricks because they break easily. They are very wimpy plastic. But I'm going to try it out because, again, I walked down to the store and I bought a flat of water yesterday. Okay, another plastic mailer from, Temu or something. Oh, let's fold this up. Oh, sorry about the light, guys. Every time I bend over, every time I bend over, you see the light. Wow. And then, I know it's that my information says it's AI overview, but what they do with the AI overviews, excuse me again, is they will search, the AI searches the web for the right answer for what you are asking. So, yeah. So it isn't an AI answer, but what they do is they search the web for the most general answers. I did include instructions on how to make your own Ecobricks. They're making greenhouses. They're building houses. They're building furniture. I don't know the origin of these Ecobricks. I had learned it, but it was either Taiwan or India or Pakistan or something like that. Those Indian Pakistanis, excuse me. If you look at videos, there is a lot of waste in their countries. And I see people making things into everything. Now, right now, what I'm doing is I'm putting the I think we'll wait on this one because it's the stiffer, and what they want is this other stuff. So you just start packing it in to your bottle. I'm gonna use this metal one here because if you could see how well it's packing in. My other one that I started has styrofoam. It has aluminum foil, all sorts of stuff, just stuff. Okay, do not use packaging from, say, okay, I got a package of chicken patties and there's that bag. No, the food in there will rot. So that's not optimal for doing this. I mean, I suppose you could wash them if you really, really want to get into this project, and I might do that too. You could wash them, dry them out, and then use them, I suppose. What else do they say about them? Not much, really. Just what they do say is fill it until you can't put any pressure down on it. That's why it's called a brick. This kind of stuff comes in your boxes when you buy electronics, when you buy anything, really anything like a crock pot, that kind of stuff. That comes in there. So, well, that's what I'm just going to start putting it in there. Walmart bags. Walmart plastic bags. Now, I don't want to do that because I use those for other things. And this may not work because of the soap that's in there, but it's an example to show you what I'm doing. Like I said, I have plenty of trash now. We know that. Aunt T's got plenty of garbage. I have to show you another one of my projects that I have. I have a solar lamp. My ex-boyfriend that I just broke up with a couple of months ago gave it to me for Christmas one year. My birthday, Christmas, something like that. And that thing's a darn good solar lamp, but it looks like a utility. Make sure you get it all down there in that corner. All down in there. Now, my Walmart bags that always end up with, like, you know, the ones that end up torn, or they end up with a hole in the bottom and you can't use them to put more trash in or anything like that, I would put in here. See how well that's compressing down in there? You probably can't from the sticker in the side, but I'll show you in a moment. There we go. What do you think of that? All right. Now I'm done packing. I'll go get my other project. All this thing, it was, okay. I'm going to explain. My colors were scrap yarn that I'd found that I wasn't going to do anything with. And I should have done a brown with a lighter brown because it looks like an acorn cap to me now. And I crocheted the rest of that little guy inside of there. And of course you hang it up, right? You know, it looked like that. So, so I found another scrap project with a lot of lovely glitter yarn. And this is called a pineapple column stitch. And I'm making a lampshade. And I'll put it on with nano tape and I'll show you what I'm planning on doing with it. This happens to be that sheet of Walmart bags, you can tell. Let's see. Let's go point. This thing wants to do some sort of weird scale thing. I don't know. Anyway, this is it. And check this out. Nice thick piece of plastic. I don't know how much of that I showed you. Now, I didn't get it all the way. I didn't get it all the way melted. I wasn't planning on really doing much with it. That can be sanded. That can be cut into tiles for your floor. I know it's ugly. So put a rug over it. You know, that's a good piece of insulation right there. But it can be turned into a roof for a greenhouse. It can be turned into a bin. It can be turned into a storage place or something. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. Here is a big, huge warning. That is melting plastic. Melting plastic releases fumes. That is not good for your lungs or the environment. So if you're doing projects like that, yeah, you're minimizing waste. You're not doing anything good for the air quality. Those people that drive their electric cars around, surprise, electricity is made from coal, and coal dirties the environment. So your little electric car also gets saved on the side of the road with a gasoline engine. So you're not saving the environment from anything. You're burning trees down. You're burning trees down. So anyway, just had to, I wanted to put this in there because I was like, oh, I mentioned this thing and I didn't say it. I didn't show it. So here it is. Now, oddly, I had some straight pins. Ooh, I had to close it because I didn't want to spill those and walk on them. Although I'm not in my bare feet because it's chilly in here. Obviously, I'm wearing my coat. So, anyway, I have this thing. I don't know how much further down I'm going to go with it. I might want to wrap it around the top of the thing so I don't have to see the other stuff. But here it is. This is what I'm going to do with it. But another thing that I might want to do with it, honestly, there's my Eco Bricks over there, is glue it around this black so when I look up, I don't have to see it. Again, it was very utilitarian. And okay, I took a hanger, a wire hanger. Oh, wire hangers. And there were a place where it was supposed to go on a pole or something. Because this is a motion sensor. I like motion sensors for places like the kitchen. I'm just going to walk in there and throw something in the sink and walk out. I don't have to worry about turning the light on and off. It turns on by itself and turns off by itself. This one I like for the bathroom. The kitchen. This one, actually, let me see. Actually, this one lights up an entire room. I have no other light in this room. Yeah, I got that hanging there. That's supposed to be for another light thing that I do. This one lights up an entire room. And here's me underneath it. So it's a really good light. But it is a motion sensor. Just a second. I still have that on. Oops, let's go this way. That cord hanging there. Actually, I put these on it. I mean, you could do it by solar. They don't really like to charge solar wise, but they do charge that way. And what I use these for is a flashlight. My bathroom's really dark. Sometimes I just take this in there. If I have to go in there, like I don't really need to go in there a lot because it's frozen over right now, but so Aunt T's been working there. See, that light turned off. Watch. Isn't that great? So Aunt T's been working on a few projects, cleaning my house and maybe making something that I can use in some sort of project. I told you I like to gather things. I like to scavenge. I call myself a scavenger. And that's another thing that I like to do. Hi, Puff. Hi, Puffo. How you doing? I don't need you on me right now, though. Auntie. Mama's doing her video. We're talking to friends. Yeah, you gonna come see me? Okay, you can come sit on my lap. Hi. Yeah. Now, if that lamp is put on low, just pushing my hands around. Come on, Charlie. Nobody wants to see your butt. Or your face. Same thing. No. If that lamp is put on like 25% and then it turns on, it's less bright, but it also lasts longer. I have had it last for 2 or 3 days in my kitchen. Yeah? Sure, you want to say something to them? To you too. Pay attention to me, Mommy. Every time I pick up the phone. Every time. Let's see what else is going on in here. I don't know. I was just really excited about these projects, and I'm going to start cleaning and start shoving things in bottles, I guess. If nothing else, if I sort them into like clearer plastics, I could line the inside of these windows, still be able to see outside of the window. It'd still get light through it, and it's insulated. So, Charlie, she's in her love frenzy. So, I am going to have to go because my cat is insisting mama time. So, I will see you guys later. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching me spin like a carousel grin, round and round in the wind. The clock keeps ticking, but who's keeping score? The door's still open. What's it worth?